A square, please go over and feel the generic cube person.
Not a plane. Not a plane. Solid. 6 planes, 8 terminal points, angles, a square moving parallel to himself in space. Yes, I am a part of this. Oh, this is bliss. What wonder to know so much.
That's enough. We can't go on like this forever, you know. Thank you, Carlson.
Carlson.
Now, lesson 2.
Your pardon, great sphere of 3D, but might I be granted a look at your insides?
My what?
Your stomach, brain, heart.
What the devil are you talking about?
When I was feeling the cube, a light overwhelmed me, and I saw more and farther than I've ever seen before.
Uh-huh.
What I saw, or sensed, or felt was that a dimension greater than yours existed. Just as I am to you, so must you be to someone else. If your dimension is greater and purer than mine, then there must be a 4th dimension even greater and purer than yours. Oh, good friend, philosopher, priest, don't you see what you've taught me? Some yet more spacious space, some more dimensionality lies beyond this one.
I'm short. We've got a lot to do before you're fit to proclaim the 3 dimensions.
Please, sir, let me see your insides.
In the first place, your request makes no sense. In the second place, I can't turn myself inside out.
But you showed me the insides of Flatland by taking me from the land of 2 dimensions into the land of 3. Please, take me into a 4th dimension so that we can look onto the land of 3D and see the secrets of solids.
And where is this land of 4 dimensions supposed to be?
Oh, doubtless you, a great teacher of dimensionality greater than mine. Surely you know where it is.
Damned if I do. There is no such place. The very idea. Inconceivable.
You taught me that when I see a line in Flatland and infer a plane, in reality I see a 3rd dimension. Not the same as brightness, but one called height. So it follows that in Spaceland, when I see a plane and infer a solid, I really see a 4th, unrecognized dimension. Just as the monarch of Lineland couldn't turn right or left or see Flatland. So I couldn't see Spaceland even though it was all around me. So there must be a 4th dimension outside Spaceland. Tell me, has anyone seen any, visitors here in Spaceland?
A few madmen, the usual visionaries, delusions, brainstorms, nothing worth writing about.
Well, tell me, did any of these delusions appear and vanish?
So that's how the stories sometimes go. A story written by the deluded, mentally sick brains.
Well, maybe they come from...
I thought I told you not to disturb me.
I'm sorry, sir. The board of directors are here.
We've got a problem, eh?
What?
Your e-com was leaked to the public.
When? I just submitted
Public
it.
opinion is against us. They think you've made a terrible mistake. There's a hearing in the Senate chambers going on right now. The zeros are winning. We must do something. Your cartoon thing has been subpoenaed. He must appear at once.
Great balls of fire! There's no need to be worried. Just be polite. Try not to say too much. Yes and no answers. Be as Boolean and binary as you can be. No pressure, but the zeros in the Senate may have enough votes to win.
The zeros?
Political faction. They've got a momentum because I brought you out of Flatland. They think Flatland's an abomination and should be wiped out.
What?
It disturbs them that there are creatures such as yourself. They think we shouldn't be trying to teach you the gospel of 3D. They think we should be putting you out of your misery.
Misery?
Just don't say anything stupid.
Mr. Sphere.
Just call me a sphere, Senator.
I'll call you what I like for him. Do you mean to tell me you took it upon yourself to bring this disgusting creature into our world without any oversight?
It was a split-second decision, Senator. Our company had done the research on what such an action would mean, of course. We'd run computer simulations and
Computer simulations? And these simulations made you certain there would be no unintended consequences? That there would be no danger to Spaceland?
Of course, Senator.
But you weren't 100% certain, were you?
We're still here, Senator.
Is a computer simulation proof of no danger?
No, Senator, of course not. A computer simulation is only a simulation. It isn't real. We simply had a good idea of what we
You
thought.
scientists never consider the possibility that you could be wrong, that your science could one day be the end of the entire world. You look at your computer simulations and take great risks with the public good, without oversight,
If
without
I
any...
do relinquish the floor, I'd like to interview the Flatlander, Senator. We're here to decide if we should perform euthanasia on Flatland or not. After all, the scientists are not the ones on trial here. Not yet.
Of course. I yield the floor to my distinguished Hubert colleague.
Now, Mr. A Square, you've been sworn in.
Yes. Oh, great and divine Q, but...
Knock it off with the great and divine. Call him Senator.
I'm sorry, Your Senatorness, Q, Senator Q.
Don't poach the
I'm
witness.
sorry, Senator. It's just his whole world you're standing in judgment of. He's just right here. He doesn't know anything yet. It isn't right. It isn't fair.
You are excused while we interview this witness. And take your board of directors with you. Guard!
Ixnay on the fourth dimension.
What did you say? What?
Remember, you're an attorney.
This is a disaster sphere. We're going to hold an emergency board meeting and elect a new CEO. Oh, the shareholders, the shareholders.
Now, Mr. A Square, let's ignore the media here. Let's ignore everything. It's just you and me. You know what's at stake. Tell me what's on your mind. Why we should preserve your world. Why should Flatland continue its existence?
Because...
Speak into the microphone, please.
Because...
Can someone prop the witness upright, please? Yes, you there. You diamond there. Yes, lift him up, please. Answer the question, Flatlander. Why should Flatland have a continued existence?
Because... In order to turn a circle into a sphere, we rotate 90 degrees the circle along its vertical axis. Thus, the circle becomes a sphere. So in order to make a sphere into a hypersphere, we would rotate spheres within spheres.
Enough of this stupidity. What's it talking about? We need to get it out of here
I know
now.
it's all around.
Fourth
but we can't see
dimension?
it. But I really
madness!
Are you all right, Mr. Square? Are you suffering from your transition into our world? You must be ill. 4 dimensions, space and space.
A point of order, Senator Cube. Our enemies in the X-axis have seen our continued inability, our continued weakness, our failure to destroy Flatland. We have little time for this circus. They see our delays as an excuse to attack. Doom may fall upon us at any moment.
It's clear in my head. I understand everything. I just don't have the words. Space is space.
I voted
yes.
against using
Space
Messiah
is
ink.
Earth.
I never
Trusted that A-sphere. I thought we were here to discuss the bowling ball bill.
Maybe
Who
it's
brought that thing here? Mr. Square, it sounds as if the government has made a terrible mistake in chartering A-Sphere's company to perform millennium duties. It sounds as if you are incapable of understanding the gospel of the 3 dimensions.
No, Your Worship. That's not true. I understand. And I know there are dimensions even beyond it. You've all led me into a world of understanding that I can never repay. Surely you as great divine solids can understand. There is always something beyond. There is always infinity.